Recording has started. So we want to host this page. Sorry, we want to host this page. Now to host your React app, you need to first build it. Let's look at what that means. You don't just host this folder. Where is it? You don't just host this whole folder. These are projects first, but you don't just host that folder, your folder. You want to build it. Well, after building it, it's going to compress it and make it light. It's going to be very light. So let's see how to build. Let me open terminal, another terminal. Please, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. So you can run this command npm run build. Where is this coming from? Go to your package.json. Can you see this build?
Yes.
Okay. So when we say npm run build, it will run this command, and this command will help us build it. So, because this is build, if you say npm run test, it will run this command. This one will help you test it. Do you understand? So npm run build,
Yes.
it will build it for you. So I will press enter now, so as to build. It's building it. When it's done, remove them.
I want to build it next.
Yes, this build is mainly to build your projects. You know, like I said, you are not going to host this big folder, this first folder. No, you want it we want it compressed. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
So after you are done building, there is going to create a folder for you called build. So this is the one you are going to upload online.
Okay. So.
Yes. So this folder, this build folder, is one you're going to upload online. You see, it's as CSS, JS, media, and all of that. You just upload this folder online. Let's now see where we are going to host it. We are going to host it on Firebase. So let's go to Firebase. Go online. Go online and search for Firebase. Login. Firebase, I think, is owned by Google. Yes, it's owned by Google. So you need to log in with your Google account. Since I'm already logged in on this browser, so I don't think it's real. Okay, I'm not logging in again. Let's assume I'm not logged in. Like my Gmail is not logged in on this browser. Then it will tell me to log in. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after logging in, you are going to see something. Just will be empty. Like, you know, if you are just starting out, there will be no project there.
There.
So you can click on add project to create a new project. So click on add project, then the name of your project. You can call it React Test App or anything. Just call it anything. Is that?
Sorry to say. I just go with their tips. They enter everything.
You know, when we are done with this video, we are still going to upload it on YouTube. So what if Google team somehow, because you know Google owns YouTube, what if the algorithm heard that you are calling them thief?
That's their name.
Okay, well, that's just a
Because how? They into everything, all fields. I had the last one up yesterday. Yeah.
Well, AI is the future of tech itself. The future of tech.
We'd rather chop up.
So, React Test App, you can call it anything. I can just call it React App. Or, better still, you can call it the name of your project. Let's say you are building a school app. You can just call it School App. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I can just call it React App something. So click on this, confirm. Now, you don't need to enable Google Analytics. You don't need to.
What does it work for?
It's going to, you know, what Google Analytics analytics does is that it's going to be reporting your page, whatever happens. This is a free unlimited analytics solution that enables targeting, reporting, and more. It's more or less like they are tracking what is going on your page, something like that.
Okay.
For testing, for maybe to also improve it. To also improve it. But you don't need to create projects. So we are creating this project. So let's wait while that is being done.
Oh, sorry to ask. Does it mean Google uses JS?
No, you can host a lot of things here, not necessarily React
No,
or.
I'm just saying like Google itself, like Google have, like Google.
They use a lot of things, and some of them are publicly available. Why some of them are not even available to us? Yes, they have some their internal
Languages.
Yes, languages, tools. I think that's better. They have their own internal tools. They release Flutter for that programming language, Flutter and that. They released it for us. Maybe it was maybe 2018 or so. That's maybe best known. The reason for doing that is best known to them, but we have some other things that are not even released to us, to the general user. They have their own internal stuffs that they use. Okay, now after you are done creating it, can you see this build?
Yes.
Click on it. Build. Can you see hosting?
Yes.
Click on it. Get started. So, first is this. You are going to run this command on your device. You are installing npm install -g firebase tools. So, you're going to globally install firebase tools on your device. This -g means global. So let me run that command in my terminal. Well, what this command that we're about to run does not necessarily, or it's not necessary that we navigate to that project. It's not necessary. I'm only doing it because of the other commands that we still run.
So if we install Firebase once on our machine, does it mean that we don't have to install them all the time?
Yes, you don't need this first command. You don't need to run it again. Where is it? This one, you only run it once. After now, you don't need to. Let me do that. And I don't have it here too. Now I doubt if this will allow me to install it globally. Will it? Well, I'm thinking I will need to write sudo. So when we are done, we go to the next thing. Let me pause the recordings till it's done. Okay, so it's denied us. We have this permission denied. Let's fix it together. If you are on it on Windows, I don't think you are going to have this issue. But this is because I'm running this on Mac. So for that reason, I will add sudo, then I will paste it again. So it's asking for my password. I've typed it, and this time around it should be successful. So let's move on. After installing it, let's go back. Click on Next. Firebase login. This will tell us to log into our Google account. You know, it needs to connect your
After
Google.
we install, put my party install it.
Yes. Next. No, you are going to press next. There is this next button.
Okay.
When I click on next, it will have this. It's going to bring this up. So when you click on this, I've copied it now. When I paste this in my terminal, it will prompt me to log into my Google account. Remember, I said Google is owned by Firebase is owned by Google. So let's log in. Firebase login.
Yes.
So I don't want it to collect data. I want data, that's why I press now. Allow. So immediately I allow it now, it will tell me to go back to the terminal. So I've logged in. Do you understand? I've logged in now. So let's continue. In my terminal now, success logged in as this. Go back to the browser. Firebase init. Copy and go to your terminal to paste. So this is where it now gets so interesting. Look at these things here. You want to select those things that apply to your projects. We are not going to select the first, in fact, security rules, no. This one, our real-time database, don't worry, we're going to discuss that maybe next week, yes, in our next class. Probably adding extra things like that. So, ignore this. This is the one we actually need. This hosting. Can you see the hosting? Configure files for database hosting and optionally set up Git action deploys. That's the one we need. So when I'm on it, you see I've moved the cursor to that part a bit. Can you notice that that one is blue?
Yes.
So while on it, I will press space. By pressing space bar on your keyboard, you've selected it. Can you see press space to select?
Yes.
So I press space, and since that's the only thing I need there, I'll press enter. Now use an existing project. Remember on Firebase, we created a project the other time that we called the React app.
Yes.
So let's assume we've not done that. You can create a new project. But because we've already created a project, you're going to select use an existing project. So you press enter. Are we getting it?
Yes.
So it's going to list all the projects in your Firebase accounts. So I will select this project, this React app. Of course, that's the project we want to use. So I will select it. Hope you are following the process.
Yes.
Okay. Where do you want to use as your public directory? Now, remember we started this inside our first folder, like the name of our project. Remember, before we started all of this, I first navigated to that project. I've been now.
Yes.
Inside that project, there is a folder called public. That's where we have the index.html, right?
Yes.
But remember, I also said that we are not using that folder. Instead, we are making use of the build folder. So if I press enter, it's going to upload the codes inside that public folder, the one in your project. But that's not what we want. We want it instead to upload the one in the build folder. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I will now type build because I already have a folder now called build. And I want it to upload the codes in that build folder. The default is public, but I'm overriding the default. I'm saying don't upload the public folder. Instead, upload the build folder. Now, there's something interesting about it. Let's assume you've not run that command, npm run build. It's going to build it itself, but it's good to build it yourself. Let's assume we put public. It's going to build it itself. At this point, it's going to run the npm run build and do all of that for you. But it's good to do it yourself.
Okay.
So now, configure as a single page application. Rewrite all this to index.html. Remember I talked about SPA, single page applications, and I said
Yes.
that single page applications they they have one entry point. I've been now. Is
Yes.
in fact they do as client side rendering, not server side rendering.
Rendering.
So configure as a single page application. Yes, let's assume you are hosting Next.js. I told you that Next.js does server side rendering. It allows server side
Yes.
rendering. So this will be no, but because we are making use of React, this will be yes. Do you understand?
Okay.
If your app is a single page app, then it's good. Like it's a single page application. The likes of React, they use single page application or they are single page applications. So in that case, if you are hosting React, you put yes. But let's assume you are uploading, let's say Next, like I said, or Next applications that do client server side rendering. Then this would be no. Do you understand?
Yes.
We'll talk more on this. Okay. Set up an automatic build and deploy with GitHub. Since we are not connecting it directly with GitHub, this will be no. Firebase already exists. Override it. No, don't override it. What it's saying is this. It's saying that inside our build folder, it realized that there is a file there called index.html. So it's asking us that do we want to replace that file? Yeah.
Yes. No.
So we don't want to replace it, so we're going to pick no. Okay. So Firebase initialization complete. Let's go back again and do the next thing. Press next. That's the last step. Firebase deploy. Paste. So it will deploy the app. It's the last step. So it has deployed it. Then can you see one URL, hosting URL?
Yes.
So I will copy this and paste this on the browser. Then we have a
Whenever you are.
yes. So let's paste. Can you see the app?
Wow. Does it mean that even if we edit the app, okay, if we want to work on the app, like probably wants to do an editing, does it mean we have to go through the steps again?
Okay, no. In that case, if you are, let's say you edited the app and all of that, you don't need to do all of this thing. For instance, you are not going to run this first command. Then, Firebase login, you're already logged in. Do you get it?
Yes.
If it's saying, if it's denying you, then you can log in again. You don't need to init it again. It has already been initialized. You just run this command, Firebase deploy. Of course, you first build it, npm run build.
Mhm.
You are deploying what is inside the build folder.
Mhm.
So you run it again, and it's going to go there itself. Do you get it?
Yes.
So just edit, build, deploy. So this is how to host a React application. It's going to work fine, just like it was working offline. Any question? We didn't handle this part. This number should not be more than the total available quantity. We didn't handle that part. Okay. Any question on those things?
No for now.
Okay. I think we are done with tonight's class.